All right, Bo, we're going to take a look at the brand new, just absolutely amazing asylum reforms. They're so good. They're definitely not just wishy-washy nonsense where it's just all lies and, smoke and mirrors. Definitely not that. Yvette Cooper wouldn't possibly do that to the British people, okay? Of course not. Of course not. So, look, obviously, English nationalism is on the rise. Amazing. Congratulations, everyone, for waking up. And the government is not visibly scared, but they're starting to do stuff and starting to say bits and pieces. And part of that was them standing up in Parliament yesterday at the time of recording this. Recording this on the 2nd of September. And Yvette Cooper, Ms. Balls, saying strengthening border security and reforms to the asylum system. Now, this is it's just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. I in fact did a tweet about this as well, because there's a bit in here which we'll go through. I'm just getting ahead briefly just to set the stage and the tone, where she quite literally says, we're going to give migrants the right to work. We're going to give them the right to work. And I'm like, pretty certain I predicted that they would give them the right to vote. And I'm pretty certain that would be the argument that they use to then also give them the right to vote. So this is Labour, in my eyes anyway, this is Labour laying the framework for their new clientele class, because they're, in an effort to keep power. I think they know that they're done politically, unless they can import a new clientele class. And I think that's what we're seeing now is the framework for that, the groundwork. We saw it with the 16-year-olds voting, which is just stupid. And I think we're going to see it with this as well. But that's just my sort of personal thoughts there. So let's take a look. I mean, this is just all bravado and nonsense and nothing really actually being said. But it's pretty bad. It's a lot of blames as well. We inherited a bad system. The asylum backlog was soaring. Illegal working being ignored. It still is ignored. There's still loads of Turkish barbershops everywhere and vape shops, so that's illegal working. You haven't done anything about the Uber Eats and the deliveries.
More than ever, they're cropping up more than ever. Fake vape shops, more than ever.
Yeah. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And then she says, it's a little wonder that people right across the country lost confidence in the system, demanded to know why they were paying the price for a system that was out of control. We shouldn't be paying anything for anyone. Asylum asylum and migration as a whole is a luxury for a country, right? It's a luxury. When a country is affluent, when it's doing well, right? Yeah, maybe you could let some Ukrainians in, right? Maybe, sure, maybe, as long as they leave again, right? We're not doing well. The country is on its knees. We cannot afford anything. So no, it's not out of control. It's dead. It's completely dead. It shouldn't even be. It needs to be completely cancelled. Done. But that does not mean people rejected the long and proud history of Britain doing our bit to help those fleeing persecution, including the past decade families from Ukraine, Syria, and Hong Kong. Don't want any Syrians here. Fuck off. Go away. Don't want any Syrians here. I'm absolutely happy to have Hong Kongers here because they consider themselves British by and large, to be perfectly honest. And I think we sold them out.
Even that, only in small numbers. I don't want a million. I don't want a million people from Hong Kong to come here.
No, I agree with that. Agree with that. It is the British way to do our bit alongside other countries to help those who need sanctuary. No, it's not.
Not particularly. Not historically speaking. No, it's not.
Yeah, not at all. And this is the bit that annoyed me. The system has to be controlled and managed based on fair and properly enforced rules. Well, nothing's fair about homeless natives and third worlders being in four-star hotels. Nothing is fair about this. Nothing has ever been fair about this. It's exactly
talk about fairness. Cheek of it. The bare cheek of it. You're going to talk about fairness now.
Yeah.
The double thing, the gaslighting involved in that.
Yeah. Oh, it gets worse. This is just the intro, mate.
Yeah.
It's exactly because of that important tradition that substantial reforms are needed. Now, in our first year, we've taken immediate action, laying the foundations for more fundamental reforms. You could have done it instantly. You're a majority government. You could have done anything you want. You're sovereign.
We've
restored asylum decision making and then rapidly increased the rate of decisions. Rubber stamp, rubber stamp, rubber stamp, rubber stamp, rubber stamp. That's all you're doing. Instead, we removed 35,000 people with no right to be here. You paid some of them. You paid some of them my money. Some of them were voluntary, including a 28% increase in returns of failed asylum seekers and a 14% increase in removals of foreign criminals. I don't care unless it's 100%. I'm not interested. It's just weak. They should all be gone. We've increased raids and arrests on illegal working by 50%. 50% from what? Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Right. Yeah.
Good. That's weak. All right. We cut the annual hotel bill by almost £1 billion in the last financial year. We're rolling out digital ID. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want it. Digital ID and biometric kit so immigration enforcement can check on the spot whether someone has a right to work or a right to be in the UK. Thanks. Great. Like an awful technocratic nightmare dystopian future because you want to flood the country with third worlders. No thanks. That's ridiculous. Piss off. Anyway, so it goes, and now she goes, I want to update the house on the new steps. These are the new steps, Bo. You brace yourself, mate. These are amazing. These are new steps. In August, she signed the new treaty with France, allowing us for the first time to directly return those who arrive on small boats. Could have done it anyway.
And which they're not doing.
Hey?
And which they're not doing. So they made that agreement and then not do it. Brilliant.
Well, yeah. Says the first detention took place the next day of people immediately on arrival at Dover, but have they been returned yet? Detained that's what they all are, aren't they? They're all detained, aren't they? Have we done that second part?
In a hotel in London or whatever.
And free to walk around.
Or in the village near you. Yeah.
Free to roam. Yeah, good detention. Will they expect the first returns to begin later this month? Not good enough. Applications have also been opened for the reciprocal route, legal route, with the first cases under consideration subject to strict security checks. Don't want them deport. We've made clear this is a pilot scheme. The more that we prove the concept at the outset, the better we'll be able to develop and grow it. Ridiculous. Principles it embodies are crucial. Anyway, no one should be making these dangerous or illegal journeys on small boats. Don't care. Just send them back. Not interested. And if they do, we want to see them swiftly returned. You could just do it instantly, what you're doing. But in return, we believe in doing our bit alongside other countries to help those who have fled persecution through managed and controlled legal programs. Can we just not? Can we not? How about that? Can we just not? This summer, we've taken further action to strengthen enforcement against the smuggling gangs. You've done nothing.
Yeah.
France has reviewed its maritime approach to allow for the interception of taxi boats in French waters. They've done nothing. That's a joke. So anyway, we've announced the £100 million uplift in funding for border security. So taxi service is all that is.
So they can ferry them across in even more luxury.
That's literally all that is, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, £100 million. Oh, right. Oh, well, okay.
Good. Border security bill will give them stronger powers. We've got the laws in place. Just get rid of them. What are you doing? You don't need more laws. Just use the ones that you've got. The power to ban sex offenders from the asylum system altogether. You literally imported a bunch of Afghanis that were sex offenders against our will in private. Fuck off. Those powers could be in place within months. Oh, good. So they're not even in place. That's good. Anyway, let me now turn to the major reforms to fix the broken asylum system they inherited. Yeah, it's not like they've been in power for, like a year and a bit now. No, definitely not. So, immigration white paper will set out radical reforms. So, tackling the pull factors, strengthening enforcement, making sure people are treated fairly. What about the natives? Are we included in that at all? No. Reforming the way that the ECHR is interpreted here at home. You did a good segment with Stelios, didn't you? Stelios said, well, it's like Section 8 or 3 or whatever could just be used against all of this, and they never do it.
Yeah, Section 8. If you really wanted to, you could interpret that and lean on that to prevent all of this,
which
they never ever do.
Ridiculous. Well, they say they're going to cut numbers, ending the use of hotels, developing controlled, managed routes for genuine refugees. How are you going to know? How are you going to know? How are you going to know? They throw their passports away. How are they going to know? You're not going to know. So tens of thousands of people in asylum accommodation are currently waiting for appeals, but we know that you can appeal it based on chicken nuggets. So
yeah,
who cares? This is not going to work, is it? Obviously.
Yeah.
And then there was one or two that was pretty egregious in here. So we need to go further. We'll introduce new independent body, so more people employed by the state.
Yeah.
With immigration and asylum appeals, fully independent of government, staffed by professionally trained adjudicators. Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
So an NGO, another layer of NGO, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We're also increasing detention and returns capacity, including 1,000-bed expansion at Campsfield and Haslar, with the first tranche of additional beds coming online within months to support many thousands more enforced removals each year. Our reforms will also address the overly complex system for family migration, including changes to the way Article 8 of the ECHR is interpreted. You are the ones interpreting it that way.
Yeah.
You are.
That's one of the points that gets to the heart of it. And it was mentioned much higher up in the article as well about getting through the backlog quicker and giving the decision makers more power. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. So you're not saying you're actually going to have less people come in or deport them. You're making it more safe and more legal and more efficient to pump them in.
Yeah, quicker.
That's what you're saying.
Going to prove them quicker.
Yeah. Rubber stamp them quicker, if anything. So exactly not what is needed or what we want. Just more of what you want and your agenda.
Yeah.
To replace us in our own ancestral homeland. These bastards.
Oh, it's scum. It's scum. They say this: the current rules for family reunion for refugees were designed many years ago to help families separated by war, conflict, and persecution. But the way they're being used now has changed. Even just before the pandemic, refugees who applied to bring family to the UK did so on average more than 1 or 2 years after they were granted protection, long enough for them to get jobs, find housing, and be able to provide their family with some support. In Denmark and Switzerland, currently those granted humanitarian protection are not able to apply to bring family for at least 2 years after protection has been granted. Here in the UK now, however, those applications now come in on average within 1 month, even before a newly granted refugee has left asylum accommodation. As a consequence, refugee families who arrive are far more likely to seek homelessness assistance. Some councils are finding that more than a quarter of their family homelessness applications are linked to refugee family reunion. That is not sustainable. More than 25% of councils' homeless applications are from foreigners. You can fuck right off.
Yeah. Yeah. If you come to this country and are just immediately jobless and homeless, you just should not be here. You're just simply a drain on our country. You can go back to your country of origin and be a drain there.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, so this is the tragic part of it. So they say we're gonna prioritize family groups among the applicants to come to Britain under our new deal with France. Oh, good, thanks, great. In our asylum policy statement later this year, we'll set out a new system for family migration. Oh, good times.
Brilliant. More numbers. The gross numbers are bigger then, if anything. Right. Okay, got it. Okay. I see.
So what it is they're saying, well, we allow people to apply for their family within 1 month. France and other European allows it within like 2 years. It's that 2-year gap. We're just going to move it to that. Oh, good. We don't want any of them here. What are you doing? Yeah. You're not saying no. You're just changing the time frame.
It's all a giant exercise in doing nothing, right? It's all a giant exercise in, well, actually not doing nothing. That's not fair. It's not doing nothing. A giant exercise in just making sure that the floodgates remain open and where possible, opening them a bit further.
Yeah. Oh, it's mental. It's absolutely mental. I can't find where it was. They talked about refuge. Oh no, say yeah. They make some comment about more Palestinians as well, just like we said that they would. I
They're
can't
all
find it in
doctors,
this
you know.
now.
They're all doctors.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And every
Of course they are.
child, all the minors, all the children are definitely going to grow up to be doctors.
Yeah, didn't you know?
So, you know, if you don't want doctors, there's something wrong with you.
And they address the flags. This is a government determined to fix every aspect of the broken system we inherited and restore the confidence of the British people. Never going to happen. It's done. You've broken the seal, mate. It's done.
Yeah. It's long dead.
What we will never do is seek to stir up chaos, division, or hate. That is not who we are.
It would be funny if it weren't like the destruction of my country.
I know. That is not who we are as a country. That is not what Britain stands for. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Quite like point blank.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck you.
A practical plan to strengthen our border security, to fix the asylum chaos, and to rebuild confidence in an asylum and immigration system that serves our national interest, protects our national security, and reflects our national values. Just deport them all. That's the national interest right now. It's what we all want. Because when we wave the Union flag, when we wave the St. George's flag, when we sing God Save the King and celebrate everything that is great about Britain and about our country, we do so with pride because of the values that our flag, our king, and our country represent. Togetherness, fairness, and decency. Respect for each other and respect for the rule of law. That is what our country stands for. That is the British way to fix the problems we face. I commend this statement to the House. You can absolutely rot in hell, Yvette Cooper. You don't decide what values the British people have. You are right in saying fairness is what British people really have a sense of fairness. And that's why we're so angry. And this is why this will not fix it. Because it is so deeply unfair that successive governments for decades upon decades have lied to the electorate, lied that you would lower immigration, done the exact opposite. In fact, not just done the exact opposite, ramped it up on an exponential level. You are disgusting. You are detritus. It is foul what you've done. It is so deeply unfair. You have committed cultural suicide or cultural homicide. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Togetherness. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, the togetherness of Somali rapists and little white girls in Epping. Oh, that was a fair deal for them, was it? That respected democracy. That we ended up with that, did it? Respect for each other. Yeah. Again, between foreign invaders and sex criminals and their victims. Yeah, the respect between those different groups. You're talking about Yvette. The respect for the rule of law. What, like Axel Rudikana's respect for the rule of law, like that? Is that what you mean? Like the respect for the rule of law? It's true double speak, double think, gaslighting, whatever you want to call it, a humiliation ritual. We're supposed to take that seriously. Yeah, Ms. Balls will be remembered as one of the many Home Secretaries that led us to a nightmare. That's what history will remember her for.
So this is what I couldn't quite find, but here, Yvette Cooper, Home Secretary, announces new plans: expedite refugee and Gaza student visas to study in the UK. Plans to make this permanent. Thanks, mate. Will announce new plans to let refugees work in Britain.
You made a very good point right at the beginning that is exactly the gambit they will use, because they already say it's already like one of their principles that if you've lived here for a while, regardless of whether you broke in as an illegal invader or not, or whether you legally came here on an aeroplane and flew into Gatwick or Heathrow, whatever it was, if you've been here for a while, and for whatever reason have been paying some taxes for a few years, for whatever reason. Doesn't really matter if you are actually making that in on the black market. Then you get to stay here forever and you get to vote. So yeah, if we can, you can imagine them twisting their evil moustaches. Or how can we get it to a position where they've just paid taxes for a while and then we just give them the vote? Well, if we can get them to work, we can get them to pay some taxes, and then we can make the argument that they can stay and vote. So yeah, again, this gambit of we'll get them into work. Yeah, so you can let them vote and destroy the fabric of our society even more. Scumbags.
Disgusting.
Absolute
Absolutely
scumbags.
disgusting.